Thy kingdom come. Of all the petitions of the Our Father, this is the one that is hardest for us to understand since we live in a 21st century democracy. But it's so important that we know what we mean when we say God's kingdom if we're going to pray these words and not just say them. First off, it's really helpful to get rid of any images of Disney castles or Knights of the Holy Grail that come to mind when you hear the word kingdom. The Greek word for kingdom is basileia, and it doesn't just mean kingdom, it can mean rule or reign. And so when we say, Thy kingdom come, we are asking for God to rule over both heaven and earth. But there's a bit of a paradox here, because in some ways, God's kingdom has already been established, and in other ways, God's kingdom has yet to be established. Christ came as the fullness of God and said, the kingdom of heaven is among you. And he suffered, died, rose from the dead, ascended at the right hand of the Father, and there he rules as king. But he promised to come again to judge between the living and the dead, to cast away all evil and welcome the righteous into his heavenly kingdom. On that day, all evil and corruption will pass away, and all that will remain is the justice and peace of God's kingdom. But this begs the question, what's preventing God's kingdom of justice and peace from being fully established here and now on earth? Well, ultimately, it's us. Christ refuses to force us to love and serve him as our Lord. And so we are the ones that need to freely choose him as our master. Ultimately, saying, Thy kingdom come, means saying, Christ, you are my king, and allowing him to be the ruler of your life and the king of your heart, recognizing that if he rules over your life, all of your actions will be directed towards justice and peace. As we meditate on these words, ask yourself, what aspects of your life are you unwilling to let Christ rule over? Who is the king of your life? Christ or your own desires? Until next time, enjoy meditating on these words and enjoy the desert.